Have you ever felt like time just slipped away from you without any explanation? This is the enigma of lost time, a peculiar phenomenon that has left many individuals perplexed and baffled. It's that inexplicable sensation where hours seem to have vanished into thin air, leaving behind a trail of confusion and disorientation. Lost time is not just about forgetting or misplacing a few moments. It's an eerie experience where large chunks of time are unaccounted for, as if they were silently stolen by an unseen thief. Imagine waking up one morning only to realize that you can't remember what happened for the past several hours, or finding yourself in a location with no recollection of how you got there. This phenomenon has been the subject of many debates and discussions. Some attribute it to psychological causes like dissociative disorders, where the mind unconsciously blocks out traumatic events. Others suggest it could be a result of neurological conditions such as epilepsy, where seizures can cause memory blackouts. Yet there are theories that venture into the realm of the supernatural and paranormal. These narratives suggest that lost time could be the result of encounters with unidentified flying objects, or even time travel mishaps. Sounds like something out of a science fiction novel, doesn't it? Yet, despite the various theories, the mystery of lost time remains largely unsolved. It's a puzzle that has intrigued scientists, psychologists, and mystery enthusiasts alike. It's a riddle that challenges our understanding of time and consciousness, pushing the boundaries of what we perceive as reality. In the coming segments, we'll delve deeper into this conundrum, exploring intriguing real-life experiences of lost time. From the disoriented hiker who lost a day on a familiar trail, to the commuter who found himself miles away from his usual route, each story adds another layer to this enigma. So brace yourself. As we delve into the mysteries of the unaccounted hours, let's explore some real-life experiences. Picture yourself on a solitary hike, only to realize that hours have passed in what felt like minutes. Our tale unfolds in the heart of nature, where a lone hiker embarks on a journey of solitude. Armed with nothing but a backpack and a sense of adventure, our protagonist steps into the wilderness, unaware of the enigma that awaits. The path is familiar, the terrain steady. Yet, as the hiker presses on, an eerie sense of distortion begins to creep in. Imagine the sun, a faithful companion on this journey, suddenly shifting positions in the sky as though playing a cosmic game of hide and seek. The shadows that were long and stretching a moment ago now stand short and stubby. The hiker, disoriented, checks their watch, only to find that hours have slipped away in what felt like fleeting minutes. A chill runs down their spine. Confusion turns into a pulsating panic. The hiker retraces their steps, trying to account for the lost time, but the landscape yields no clues. The trees stand silent, the birds indifferent, the universe unmoved by the hiker's plight. Shrouded in uncertainty, the hiker returns home, their mind a whirlwind of unanswered questions. In the days that follow, the hiker seeks answers. They turn to professionals, neurologists, psychologists, even paranormal experts, hoping to shed light on this inexplicable event. Medical examinations reveal nothing out of the ordinary. The hiker is healthy, sane, and yet haunted by the memory of the lost hours. The incident becomes a topic of fervent discussion among communities, both online and offline. Some speculate about alien abductions, others propose theories of time dilation and parallel universes. Yet the truth remains as elusive as the missing hours. The hiker's tale stirs curiosity and fear alike. It's a chilling reminder of the mysteries that lurk in the corners of our existence, the enigmas that defy our understanding of time and space. While the hiker's experience leaves us with more questions than answers, it's not an isolated incident. Imagine boarding your daily train for work and arriving hours late, with no memory of the lost time. Let's delve into the curious case of a regular commuter, a man we'll call John. John is a man of routine. Every weekday he boards the 7:30 train to work, a journey that usually takes a mere 45 minutes. But one fateful Tuesday, John arrived at his office not at 8:15 as usual, but at an astonishing 11:30 in the morning. He had no recollection of the lost 3 hours. John was understandably baffled. He remembered boarding the train, settling into his usual seat, the landscape blurring past the window. Then, nothing. His next memory was of stepping off the train, the sun higher than it should have been, and the rush of confusion as he checked his watch. Determined to understand this mysterious loss of time, John retraced his steps. He inquired with the train company, but there were no reported delays that day. His fellow commuters couldn't provide any insight either. They simply remembered John sitting quietly as usual, seemingly lost in his thoughts. John even sought medical advice, wondering if perhaps he had suffered a transient amnesiac episode. But the doctors found no signs of neurological issues. A psychologist suggested the possibility of a dissociative fugue, a rare condition where one loses awareness of their identity in time, but this too seemed unlikely. Speculation swirled. Could it have been an unremembered nap? A hypnagogic journey into the subconscious? Or perhaps it was something more extraordinary, like a glitch in the matrix, or a slip into another dimension. Theories abounded, some grounded in science, others veering towards the realm of science fiction. But despite these efforts, John's lost time remained unaccounted for. The train company had no answers. The fellow commuters had no answers. The doctors and psychologists had no answers. Even John himself had no answers. His lost hours became a source of speculation and wonder, a puzzle piece that refused to fit, an enigma wrapped in the fabric of the ordinary. Like the hiker, our commuter's lost time remains unexplained, a mystery shrouded in the ordinary. From alien abductions to time slips, the theories surrounding lost time are as varied as they are intriguing. Let's dive into the sea of hypotheses, starting with the scientific perspective. One theory suggests that lost time could be a result of quantum entanglement. In simple terms, it's the idea that particles, no matter how far apart, can affect each other's state instantly. Some propose that this quantum weirdness might extend to our perception of time, causing us to misplace chunks of it. But as fascinating as this theory is, it's still in its infancy and lacks solid proof. Moving on, we have the psychological theories. The most common one is dissociative amnesia, a mental condition where a person forgets significant personal information, usually as a response to extreme stress or trauma. This could explain instances of lost time, but it doesn't quite fit all the cases, especially those involving multiple people experiencing the same phenomenon. Now, let's take a walk on the wild side with some paranormal theories. Alien abductions are a popular explanation. Those who've reported lost time often describe strange lights, missing memories, and sometimes even physical evidence of an otherworldly encounter. Then there's the theory of time slips, a supposed temporal phenomenon where people or objects are temporarily transported into another period. These theories are indeed tantalizing, but they are met with skepticism due to lack of scientific evidence. A less-known theory is the simulation hypothesis, which proposes that we're all living in an advanced digital simulation. If this is true, lost time could be a glitch in the system, a brief moment when the simulation needs to catch up or correct itself. But again, this theory is more of a thought experiment than a provable reality. While these theories offer potential answers, none can fully explain the enigma of lost time. So the mystery remains, a riddle wrapped in an enigma, shrouded in the fog of the unknown. The phenomenon of lost time is not just mysterious, it's also deeply unsettling for those who experience it. Imagine, if you will, living through a day like any other, only to find that moments, minutes, or even hours have inexplicably slipped away from your grasp. No memory, no trace, no explanation. This is the reality for those who face the enigma of lost time. The psychological impact of such an experience is profound. The first wave often brings about a deep sense of confusion. Questions whirling around like a storm in the minds of those affected. How did this happen? Where did the time go? Why can't I remember? This confusion can quickly morph into fear. A fear of the unknown, a fear of the inexplicable, a fear of the next unaccounted for moment. But the impact doesn't stop there. The individual is often left feeling isolated, as if they've been thrust into a world that no longer operates by the rules they once knew. They become strangers in their own lives, grappling with a reality that seems to have shifted beneath their feet. Yet, in the midst of this turmoil, an unlikely transformation often occurs. These individuals, having been touched by the mystery of lost time, develop a newfound fascination with the enigmatic nature of time itself. They start seeking answers, delving into the theories of time dilation and wormholes, exploring the realms of quantum physics and metaphysics, and often finding themselves drawn to the mysteries that once seemed so distant and irrelevant. Lost time, in its own peculiar way, serves as an unwelcome invitation into the world of the unknown. It prompts a journey of self-discovery and a quest for understanding that might never have been undertaken otherwise. It's a stark reminder of the fact that we are but tiny specks in the grand tapestry of existence, constantly at the mercy of forces beyond our comprehension. As we continue to grapple with the phenomenon of lost time, we are left pondering the complexities of our existence and the unfathomable depths of the unknown.